Welcome to the journey. Today we're going to help you understand digital payment options for your website. Thanks to the growth in e-commerce sites, paying with a credit card on a website has become so easy. And thankfully, because I never carry cash.
And there's no denying when it comes to accepting and receiving payments, PayPal is kind of the reigning champion. In fact, it's the standard online payment solution for online customers, freelancers, and business owners. And while people tend to love PayPal for a variety of different reasons,
Welcome to the journey. Today we're going to help you understand digital payment options for your website. Thanks to the growth in e-commerce sites, paying with a credit card on a website has become so easy. And thankfully, because I never carry cash.
and there's no denying when it comes to accepting and receiving payments, PayPal is kind of the reigning champion. In fact, it's the standard online payment solution for online customers, freelancers, and business owners. And while people tend to love PayPal for a variety of different reasons, technology has really opened up the door to have other companies step up to bat by offering either cheaper fees, faster transactions, and even enhanced security.
Now, which provider you choose depends on your needs, and we're going to go through a list of them now.
Hold on, Emma. Before we really jump into that, there's a couple of terms that we need to just get out of the way before we jump into the actual companies themselves. So let's get some definitions going. So a merchant account is a bank account that allows a customer to receive payments through credit cards
Welcome
or
to the
debit
journey.
cards. Many processors act as both the merchant account as well as the payment gateway, which leads me to Payment Gateway. It's a third-party service that evaluates and processes payments and transactions. The Payment Gateway is kind of the middleman between the merchant, which is you, and the sponsor.
Today we're going to help you understand digital payment options for your website. Thanks to the growth in e-commerce sites, paying with a credit card on a website has become so easy. And thankfully, because I never carry cash.
And there's no denying when it comes to accepting and receiving payments, PayPal is kind of the reigning champion. In fact, it's the standard online payment solution for online customers, freelancers, and business owners. And while people tend to love PayPal for a variety of different reasons, technology has really opened up the door to have other companies step up to bat by offering either cheaper fees, faster transactions, and even enhanced security.
Now, which provider you choose depends on your needs, and we're going to go through a list of them now.
Hold on, Emma. Before we really jump into that, there's a couple of terms that we need to just get out of the way before we jump into the actual companies themselves. So let's get some definitions going. So, a merchant account is a bank account that allows a customer to receive payments through credit cards or debit cards. Many processors act as both the merchant account as well as the payment gateway, which leads me to Payment Gateway. It's a third party service that evaluates and processes payments and transactions. The Payment Gateway is kind of the middleman between the merchant, which is you, and the sponsoring bank.
And that takes us to a payment processor. So, payment processor is the company that the merchant actually uses to handle the credit card payments, which this is super helpful because then you can make sure that you're taking anti-fraud measures to ensure that both the front end and the merchant are protected. And we've talked about this before on videos for the journey, but PCI compliance. Now, this is when a merchant or a payment gateway sets their payment environment to meet the PCI DSS. Let's break that down. So that's Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. The PCI DSS standard was actually created by the Payment Card Industry Security Standards Council to increase security of the cardholder data to reduce fraud.
Let's jump into why these online payment services are actually necessary. So, when a member, customer, or supporters are ready to sign up, register for an event, or even make a donation, they want to do it quickly and easily. In fact, websites that don't support online payments can be seen as being out of step and into the dark ages. The whole process from submitting an online payment to updating your bank account can take a matter of seconds. The end result is improved cash flow for your organization and almost immediate confirmation of transactions.
Plus, automated payments save you the trouble of depositing the check and recording the payment manually. Now, once you set up online payments for your websites, the really cool part is that they are automatically processed. So, in other words, think about it this way, like you don't have to handle or store any credit card information. Any updates to member accounts, records, they're happening automatically.
It'd be great if customers would just drop off bundles of cash at your doorstep. I know I would personally love it, but your best bet is to choose a payment solution that's most convenient for them. And even though online payment providers will take a small cut of your profit, increased convenience and securities make them well worth it for you. We're going to break down some of the most popular providers and give you a rundown of whether it's right for you.
Let's start off with Point. Point's great because it's jam-packed with features that are all going to fit our 21st century needs. And you can use it on mobile device, your website, even in the app. And because it offers that broad spectrum of different forms of payment, you guys, it's a great choice.
Next up, we have Stripe. It's probably one of the more flexible payment processors on the market. Whether you're a large nonprofit with different donation streams, or a small club or association, Stripe's API will easily link into your payments anywhere you kind of need it. And you can even transfer from LLC to corporate status if you have that in your business plan.
So for online payments, Apple Pay is definitely the most seamless. I do have yet to hop on board with Apple Pay. I will. Neely's probably shaking his head. But basically what users can do is they can instantly pay using their existing Apple Wallet. And you can do it with just a touch of a button or your fingerprint. Now, it's important to note that they are not a payment provider. And so you'll need to be set up through one of the others in this list if you want to accept other kinds of payments.
Next up, we have Dawala. I hope I'm saying that right, but they have a wide variety of integration and it's pretty flexible too. And if you require multiple payment structures like installment payments, multiple stage interest, and varying recurring charges, Dawala can handle it all. And best of all, their structure of their fees and payments is very competitive too.
PayPal, definitely heard of that, right? It's the most widely used payment provider. That's definitely their biggest edge. And with that in mind, being the most widely used, think about it this way. Chances are most of your potential supporters and customers probably already have accounts. So that's just going to add ease to the payments in the future. And it's also important to note that PayPal takes all security concerns on themselves. So what does that mean for you? It means you don't have to be storing any credit card information like most other payment processors.
And let's not forget about Square. Square was the first in the game to introduce a credit card swiper that could be attached to a cell phone. Going down to the farmer's market, there was always the vendors with the little Square app paired with that app, and then they process the transactions there. Their technology has only improved the advanced tap features, as well as fully inclusive software to safely and securely process your transactions.
And you cannot leave out Authorized.net. They've actually been around since 1996. I won't tell you how old I was. And you can pretty much do anything you'll ever need payment processing wise with it. With Authorized.net, you'll never have an unsupported payment type since they stay up to date with trending payments that are going on out there. And they even won an award for their outstanding API integrations.
So, you can lose out on sales if your customers can't easily find what they're looking for, can't use their preferred payment methods, or just have difficulty checking out. Don't let online payments be the issue. Choose a solution that works for their needs, then turn your focus to marketing and optimizing for conversions.
All right, that's a wrap. You just learned about digital payment options for your website. Be sure to like this video and hey, comment below. Which of those payment options have you used in the past that helped out your business transactions, or which ones do you plan on using in the future?
I look forward to seeing your comments, but while you're there, make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell so you get these episodes first. This is The Journey, and we'll see you next time.
It is so hard to sell a high-ticket product or service than to sell a low-ticket. Not true. बड़ी interesting बात बताता हूँ मैं आपको. One of my mentee, Dr. Thiru, he's an Ayurvedic doctor. When he started learning the process of charging high ticket and closing high ticket.
Hey there, my friend. Adam here. Today I want to share with you 7 marketing secrets.
Hunting website with a domain name that I have, duckhunter.club. So the first thing we want to do is open the index file. In whatever text editor you use. And that's what it looks like right there. I'm going to start by just editing the title. That's the part that shows up under search engines. I'm just going to do something simple like that for the sake of this tutorial. I'm going to change the header to duckhunter.club as well. I don't need that second line. And I'm going to just change this to a place to learn about duck hunting and duck hunting clubs. So let's save that and see what it looks like so far. Okay, that looks pretty good. And it looks like there's another thing to edit. So we're going to go back to our text editor, and there it is right there. Very easy to find, very clean code. Just going to put that in. Then I'm going to go down to one of the links, and for this I'm just going to put home. And I'm not going to get into editing these two pages, but it's very similar to editing this page here. Here you can add your, right there is where you would add your link to your Twitter, Facebook. Just take out that pound and type in your link to your Instagram, and if you have a GitHub account, put it in there. Okay, and you can change the date, you can change the description here. I'm going to show you how to change the pictures. I have a bunch of pictures already ready to go. So I'm going to show you just how to edit. That's what you would do if you have a file in your image folder with that name, which I do. I'll show you what I've got. I've got all these different pictures of ducks, and I also have a background picture too. And I'm just going to drag those. I'm going to actually cut those or copy those and put them right into here. And I misspelled BG, but I'm just going to delete the background one, change that background. Now let's see what we've got so far. Make sure this is saved. There it is. There's our background. Kind of a stormy, a lot of duck hunters hunt in the storm like that. And there's the first picture I've got. That's probably the most popular duck that's hunted. And so I'm going to show you how to do another image here. Just scroll down. There's pick 02. I'm going to put teal there. And right here I'm going to put canvas back. And another one is pintail. And how about scob? Let's save that and see what we've got. Looking pretty good. I think you get the picture as far as adding the pictures, and then just want to show you how great this website, this template looks when you go to a smaller size. It resizes very nicely. And let's go to maybe a phone or a smartphone, an iPhone. Look at that. You've got your menu here. These two pages are just as easy to edit as this one. Looks very nice, doesn't it? So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. But this is by far the easiest way to get up and running. And you can look at some of the code here if you want to learn HTML5. You've got the article tag. You've got a header tag, which you can use as many times as you want within the article tag. And there's a date and a title for that picture, and then a description down here. And then there's a section tag that contains all these images. You've got a div kind of a container div at the very top level, and of course your navigation, which automatically shows up this way on a small device, but when you expand, there it is right there. Very, very nice nice HTML5 CSS3 template. One of the easiest ways to get up and running and impress your boss or whoever you're making a website for. Got your footer down here. You can have 2 footers. This is for a footer for, let's say you have a blog and you want to add the pages to your blog. Right there, you just change the link right here. You put in your contact information. Creating a form is a little bit beyond the scope of this tutorial here, but if you wanted to have a form, you just change your information, actually that's all ready to go. You just would change the action here to something, to a script that processes that information and sends an email confirmation out. And then of course just another section down here with your address if you want to put that, and another section for your social icons. And again, you just edit the links right here where that pound sign is. And that's pretty much it. You could put your copyright down here if you wanted to remove this link that gives them credit. You could do that, but I like to leave that in there if I can. Sometimes it's nice to give them credit for all the hard work they did, but you can take that out too if you want. Let's go ahead and save that. And that's pretty much the end of this tutorial. And please leave me a comment or a question if you have any. The purpose of this tutorial is just to show you how easy it is to get up and running with HTML5. Some of the other videos on here are about an hour long or 2 hours long, and they go through all the details of HTML5, but sometimes it's also nice to just learn by example and to get something up and running in a short period of time. And you do a number of these and you'll start to get the hang of it. Thank you for watching, and that's all for now.
Hey guys, welcome to another crash course. Today we're going to be looking at Twitter Bootstrap, which is a front-end framework. Now, before my longtime subscribers start complaining, asking why the hell is he doing a tutorial on Bootstrap, let me just say that I'm starting to add videos to my channel for beginners. I just did one on building an HTML5 website, and a lot of you seem to like that. I do have Bootstrap stuff on my channel, but those videos are a little more advanced as they work with Sass and Less, which are CSS pre-compilers, and they're also on building themes. What this is just an all-around look at the CSS components and some of the other features of Bootstrap. Alright, so it's geared towards beginners, but of course your advanced programmers are welcome to freshen up your UI skills. I have one more Bootstrap video after this, which will be creating a complete CMS admin UI. And then after that, we'll be moving along to more advanced subjects, and we'll go from there. Alright, so what is Twitter Bootstrap? Bootstrap is a front-end framework, meaning that it's used on the client, not the server, and it's specifically used for user interfaces and themes, so design what the user sees in a website or application. It includes bits of code in HTML, CSS, and also JavaScript. Now, unfortunately, in this video, we probably won't get to the JavaScript part. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens. Bootstrap is used for building responsive, mobile-first web applications and websites. And what mobile-first means is it refers to designing for smaller screens first and then working up to the larger screens. All right, so it's great for mobile apps and mobile websites. It's also the most popular framework of its type by far. Foundation is pretty popular as well. but nowhere as near as popular as Bootstrap is. So why use Bootstrap or any framework at all? Why not just build the HTML and CSS outright? In many cases that may be a good idea, but let's look at what Bootstrap can offer you. So increased development speed. This is the #1 reason to use a framework, not just a front-end framework, but any kind of framework, PHP, JavaScript. With Bootstrap, all your helper classes for alignment and style and positioning, they're all done for you. You may need to do some tweaking, but for the most part, all you need to really worry about is adding those classes to your HTML. Okay, responsiveness is another huge advantage. Instead of using custom media queries and creating a responsive site from scratch, you can simply use the grid system and you'll have a mobile-friendly website or application. Consistency is another one. So with class names, style, markup, keeps your website and your theme very consistent. It's completely customizable. Of course, you can add your own classes and your own design to any Bootstrap theme, and it allows you custom media queries and creating a responsive site from scratch. Also support. You can simply use the grid system and you'll have a framework that has documentation, and relative to other documentations, it's pretty good. Consistency is another one. Also has with class names, like I said, it's the most popular framework. Keeps your website and there's a lot of people using it. You can ask pretty much any completely customizable, and of course you can add your own classes and your own design. All right, so what we'll cover in this course or this mini-series, meaning media queries and creating what Bootstrap is, that's pretty much also support. Now, simply use the grid system again, and you'll have a framework that has documentation, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the different ways we can implement it. Consistency is another one, so we'll look at the HTML and CSS and popular framework. Like I said, I don't know website to there's a lot of people using it. You can ask pretty much completely customizable, and of course you can add your own classes and your own design. All right, so what we'll cover in this course or this mini-series, meaning media queries and creating what Bootstrap is, that's pretty much what we're doing now. Simply use the grid system again, and you'll have a framework that has documentation, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the different ways we can implement it. Consistency is another one, so we'll look at the HTML and CSS and popular framework. Like I said, I don't know website to there's a lot of people using it. You can ask pretty much completely customizable, and of course you can add your own classes and your own design. All right, so what we'll cover in this course or this mini-series, meaning media queries and creating what Bootstrap is, that's pretty much what we're doing now. Simply use the grid system again, and you'll have a framework that has documentation, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the different ways we can implement it. Consistency is another one, so we'll look at the HTML and CSS and popular framework. Like I said, I don't know website to there's a lot of people using it. You can ask pretty much completely customizable, and of course you can add your own classes and your own design. All right, so what we'll cover in this course or this mini-series, meaning media queries
sell online.
Feedback, you got a little live chat thing, you've got all this stuff going on. So if we come over here, the only thing that someone's gonna see is, hey, 7 simple tips for raising the value of your home before selling. Now this is a seller lead generation campaign, and they go through, hit get the tips, they put in their name, email, and phone number, and hit submit. Okay, so that's kind of the overall concept and idea of why a landing page is actually going to work better than a typical standard website, because there's no other distractions on the page. But let's just jump in and let's say that we're going through and we are setting up a lead generation campaign with our Facebook advertising setups. Okay, so we'll jump over here to Facebook. I'm going to come down here to the ads manager. Now if you're a complete beginner, you don't know how to access the ads manager, you can grab it right here in the ads manager, or up here in this top drop down arrow you can go to create ads or manage ads. Okay, so I'm just gonna click right here just because it's simple and easy. And once we jump in to our ads manager, now there's a few key things that we need to bring up here. Now if we go to our typical Facebook business page, right, where people go through and they like and all that, follow you and all that stuff, whenever you make a post, you're gonna go through and you're gonna have a little blue boost post button. My computer will ever load here. Okay, so see this boost post? Now when you're going through and starting a Facebook advertising campaign, they first ask you, what is your marketing objective? Okay, now that's only when you go through and start it from the Facebook ads manager back here. Whereas if you just hit boost post, this is going through and showing the objective of engagement. Now Facebook has so much data on all the users on Facebook that if you click on this and you go through and spend $5 or $10 to go through and boost that post, it's gonna show your post to people more likely to like and comment on your Facebook post. Right now, not necessarily people more likely to opt into your website, to your landing page, to actually generate a lead. So we don't necessarily want to do that, okay? Because likes and comments are great. You can see I've got, you know, a few likes and comments. I boosted this one for engagement. Okay, we've got some good comments right here, some good likes and all that stuff. But if you're in business, it really doesn't matter if you're getting likes and comments, right? Like you want to go through and you want to generate leads, get someone's name, phone number, and email address. Okay, so what we're gonna do is come back here to the ads manager. So now what we want to do when we're here on the Facebook ads manager is we want to first set up what's called a Facebook pixel. Okay, now the Facebook pixel is basically Facebook's tracking mechanism. It's how your website or your landing page can communicate back and forth with Facebook so they know when a lead is generated. Okay, so all we got to do is, this is very simple, very easy, guys. If you guys can copy and paste on Microsoft Word, if you can copy and paste in Gmail, you can make this happen. Okay, so all we got to do is come here to search. We type in pixels. Okay, so we type in pixels, and if you're brand new, if you have never created a Facebook pixel right here, what you want to do is there's going to be a big green or blue button right here. You're just going to click on that. It's going to walk you through step by step. But you can see I've already created my Facebook pixel, so I'm just going to click on default pixel right here, and then we're going to come over here to setup. So I'm just going to click on setup right here, and then you can see you've got the use and integration or tag manager, manually install the code yourself, or email instructions to a developer. Now the nice thing is this is so easy, you don't need a developer, you don't need to pay someone else. You can just literally copy and paste it with manually install the code yourself. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. We're just going to click right here. We're going to come down to number 2. It says copy the entire pixel code and paste it into the website header. Okay, so we're just going to come down here and look, it says copy code to clipboard. All you do is click and automatically copies it to the clipboard. Okay, it's literally that easy, guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here to our landing page software. If you're using Arsenal MKG, then great. If you're using WordPress, Wix, all that stuff, it's the same concept, same process. We're just gonna go over here to edit the landing page. Okay, so we're gonna edit this page right here, and then if you remember back over here, it says paste it in the website header. Okay, now if you're using WordPress, Wix, Shopify, ClickFunnels, Arsenal, like whatever you're using, there should be a spot or you can easily paste this into the header section. Okay, now inside of Arsenal, if you click on the page section right here, we go down to advanced, you can see I actually already copied this in, so I'm just going to delete that. We just click right here and we just hit Command V. Okay, Command V if you're on an Apple, or Control V if you're on a PC, to go through and paste that in there. And then we also want to do it, we want to do on every single page of our website. Okay, so we want to do it on the thank you page right here. So once somebody opts into a landing page, so if they see this page just like right here, they type in, they hit get the tips, they put in their name, phone number, email address, they're going to be sent to a page that's called the thank you page, which is basically confirming that they became a lead and telling them the next steps, next directions that you want to take them. So we're just going to click thanks right here. We're going to go to page, and then once again, this typically I already added in there, but it would typically be blank, so we're just going to paste it in there. So Command V on an Apple, Control V on a PC, and then we just hit publish. Okay, so that's it. It says website saved and published. And now we're going to come back over here. Let's just refresh this ads manager. So now we've got the Facebook pixel all set up on your website, on your landing page, and that's it. So now that's going to communicate back and forth with Facebook anytime somebody visits this landing page, or anytime somebody actually becomes a lead. Okay, so now we're going to come back over here. We're just going to click this green create button right here. And so now, because we've got that pixel set up, remember how I told you how the boost post button is setting up an engagement ad just to get likes and comments? Well, we want actually people to convert into a lead. Okay, so we're going to set up conversions right here, and we are going to go through and we'll just say conversions. We'll just call it a demo one, and then we'll hit continue. And now at this ad set level, okay, we can give it whatever name we want, but this is where this simplifies the whole thing, the whole process, right? Typically before, if you watch some of my previous videos, you have to go through and I show you how to create custom conversions, and it gets all confusing. There's a lot of extra added steps, but the nice thing is Facebook has all of these pre-built conversions already in the system that you can just leverage. You don't have to go through and create all your custom conversions. Okay, so all you've had to do at this point is basically copy and paste that pixel onto your website or your landing page. And then now you come in here and you just select one of their pre-built conversions. Okay, so you've got view content, search, add to cart. The one I like to typically use is this one right here that's called lead. Okay, so we just choose that one right there, and then we just go through and we set up our normal campaign. So we choose our targeting right here. We come down, we choose where we want the actual ad to show up. Do we want to show up in the Facebook news feeds, the Instagram news feeds, the right hand column, all those different things? Which if you guys want more of those videos, just drop a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I will share with you guys my Facebook ads mini course where we dive into placements, targeting, the budget, schedule, all those different things. So if you guys have more questions on those, that's 100% free, and I'll just share that with you guys. If you comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and then down here got the budget. You set whatever budget. I'm also that I cover that in other videos as well. And then we just hit continue. You go through, you set up your ad, so what the image, the video, the text is actually going to look like. And then as we come down here, we would actually go through and just hit confirm. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's all you really need to do if you're going through and setting up a Facebook lead generation campaign. If you're a complete beginner and you don't know where to start, literally just go get your website, or ideally your landing page set up. Remember, because a landing page is going to convert 10 to 25 times more website visitors into actual leads, where you're getting their name, phone, and email. Okay, so copy that pixel, just copy and paste, and then go through, set up a website, a conversion campaign with your Facebook ads. And then when you go to the next step, make sure you go through, and instead of having to go through and do all the work of setting up a custom conversion, just choose a pre-built conversion, which is leads. And then from there, you're set up, you're ready to go. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. So if you guys want my Facebook ads mini course where we dive into the targeting, there's like all different parts of the Facebook ads manager, we even dive into more depth with the Facebook pixel, drop a comment down below. Also give this video a thumbs up. I'll share that with you guys. I want to be able to go through and help you with all your Facebook advertising needs. So anyway, if you guys found this video helpful, once again, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you guys are brand new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Wardrop, and I launch new videos every single week on how to generate more leads, make more money, and grow your business. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all later.
Assembly language is a low-level programming language for a computer or other programmable device that is closest to the machine language. It is often specific to a particular computer architecture, so there are multiple types of assembly languages. ARM is an increasingly popular assembly language. Scott Cosentino teaches this course about assembly programming with ARM. Scott is a popular technical instructor and author. It is estimated that over 200 billion devices contain an ARM chip, making the ARM language valuable to understand. By understanding the ARM assembly language, programmers can work at a lower level, allowing them to write code that interacts with hardware in an efficient manner. By the end of this course, you will have a fundamental understanding of the ARM processor, as well as assembly programming in general. You will be able to write basic ARM assembly programs using various instructions available in the processor. I encourage you to share the most interesting thing you learn in the comments for the benefit of other campers who are watching this course.
Hello and welcome.